spied that I got a 74 Slayer, so I'm progressing well enough with Slayer. I think that was 2 levels in this video, and as far as I'm aware, that is the last level in this video. And then a good old Bloodveld task, which are very common, as you can tell in my videos, but I do not mind because they provide a pretty easy task and pretty decent experience overall. And as you can see in the chat box, I should have Dragon Hide on, but I actually took a break from RuneScape before this clip for like 4 days and forgot how to play, apparently. I'm not too sure how many I kill while wearing my combat gear. Once a noob, always a noob. Okay, folks. So, we had a little bit of a problem. Just as my fan turns on, I am going to just wait a moment for the fan to stop. Okay, so it's not going to stop as quick as I expected. Hopefully it is not too loud, but ultimately what just happened, if you have not realized, is the audio has been recorded in 2 separate parts. I don't know what caused it, but when I went back to check my audio, it did not record the full length of the video. There was only 22 minutes, I believe. So, as you can see in the background here, I made a mistake of taking my magic prayer off for a second, because I did not realize I was in range of the mages behind the wall. Luckily, I did not perish. But long story short, I've had to record the second half of this which should level my attack and defense for the rest of my account at the same time.